It just makes my heart sing. Hey, how you doing?
How are you?
Good. My name is Xavius.
Zoe.
Nice to meet you, Miss Zoe.
Nice to meet you as well.
What are you wearing? You smell.
Yo, welcome back to Little Black Book. You know what time it is. We're talking to you guys about season 1, episode 1, Undateables. I'm going to break down Xavius and I'm going to break down Ashley as well. We actually had a positive ending to this particular episode. Guys, I'm going to do a video on that as well. It was a miracle. Absolute miracle, blood. Yeah. Honestly, a miracle. But I wanted to break down Xavius. You know me and names, man. I'll be killing everybody's name, bro. But it was really, really good episode. And I think there's some key things to learn, especially if you're male. You want to learn about approaching women and talking to women. I want to talk to you because some things that were done by Xavius that was crazy, blood. Yeah. But yeah, guys, if you're new to the channel, do me a favor. Do yourself a favor. Like, share, subscribe. Click on the bell button for notification uploads. And for those of you who are returnees, you got the minerals. You got the minerals. Yeah, yeah. Stay hydrated. Listen, it's mad in the dunya, yeah, me. It's mad in the dunya. The orange is looking vibrant right now. Ooh, listen. They told me to change colors, and I said, "Okay, I got you, babe." All right, cool. Listen, grab yours, down below. Grab yours down below. Stay hydrated, team. All right, cool. Let's talk about it. All right, listen. Let's watch a little bit more of this. I just want to go slightly back, like just watch this.
Nice to meet you as well.
What are you wearing?
Hey,
you smell good.
Okay.
Now, one thing is really interesting. I was just talking to a friend the other day, and I was talking about this. That his approach when he started walking was fine. Yeah, he had some confidence in the step. He was walking towards her. He wasn't shifting. He wasn't looking like he was scared. Man went straight to the ting. But what failed him was execution. Okay, in football terms, you are great at dribbling, and when it comes to scoring, your accuracy is in the abysmal minuses. And what happened to Xavius is that when he got there, okay, his timing of delivery of tone, content, and timing, content, delivery was off. Okay, because this could have been a very funny introduction when you started. You'd be like, hey, how you doing? And you could have gone, oh, sorry, I just realized that perfume you're wearing is really, really nice. What are you wearing at the moment? It's so different to what are you wearing? Tone, delivery, timing. If he was going to start off like that, what he said wouldn't have been a problem, but the timing was off. It's like a good comedian. A good comedian isn't just good at telling jokes, they're good at timing. And the timing makes it crucial to letting a joke bang. The same with also you talking to somebody, right? You go in there, you're talking to say, hey, how you doing? I'm Xavius, how you doing? Oh, sorry, I just noticed that you got a lovely smell. Is that what perfume is that? And she goes, oh, I'm wearing da-da-da. Oh, wow, that's a really nice smell. Really, really nice smell. Sorry. Anyway, sorry. I came over just to speak to you because, you know what, I saw you from afar and I thought you looked really, really pretty. And I just wanted to just spend a few minutes talking to you, if that's okay with yourself. Right? Cool. All right. You got a few minutes. All right, cool. Boom. Then it's not awkward, but it's the timing, it's the content, it's the delivery for me. It's the delivery for me that took it all off. Because let me tell you something about Xavius, yeah? He is a really good looking brother. Yeah, sharp. Not only sharp, but he's aware. You know what I'm saying? He's conscious. You feel me? Let's just watch a little bit more, right?
Hey, how are you?
Fitted suit.
Like, yeah, Dub. I'd rather work with dead people.
Usually I tell women.
Now, don't worry about that. Worry with dead people. Okay, that's slightly different. Okay, we can talk about that in a second. All right, but if you watch him throughout the whole of the show, suits that he wears, sharp. Suits that he wears, fitted. Suits that he wears, color just right. Suits that he wears, prim proper. Listen, when it comes to style, this guy is it. But the most important thing, okay, around wearing a sharp suit isn't necessarily the shoot. Isn't necessarily the suit. I want to see if I can get here. Okay, isn't necessarily the suit. Look at this fit. Look, because the copyright will come into it. The fit, the shoes are correct, the socks are correct, the sharpness, the iron press on the suit. Listen, this guy ain't nothing to play with.
I started off.
He don't play with his style. But it's more than the style. It's the man that carries the suit, not the suit carrying the man. Okay. So when you have confidence, when you walk with a confidence and a swagger, when you move, when you talk with that confidence and a swagger, right? The clothes just add the extra panache. So if you're a man then wearing Gucci, Louis Vuitton, and wearing Prada and all those kind of things, expensive brands, but you don't carry confidence, you still look like a mug. You still look soft. You still look like somebody who's an idiot. You understand? Right? Your confidence comes from within. Your confidence comes from within. You got to build that. You know, confidence is the word confidence. Also, I realize it comes with the same word faith. When we break down the construct of faith, it's trust and confidence. Now, in order to build trust, okay, it takes time getting to know something, someone. Okay, so getting to know yourself. What do you bring to the table? Who are you? Being confident in that, okay, now allows you to walk in that confidence. Now the suit, it's not wearing you, you're wearing the suit. Do you understand? Right? Now, obviously, he talks about how he works with dead people. Let's just watch a little bit of that.
I wanted to be a teacher. Hey, how are you? And it's like, yeah, Dub, I'd rather work with dead people.
Usually I tell women, I work at a funeral home. This is
Now, the choice of being a funeral home, it's not necessarily that bad. I mean, Ron from Ready to Love was in a funeral. He works as a funeral director or something like that as well. Similarly, maybe not works in the funeral home, but was a funeral director, right? And it's the personality of the person. It's the relativity of the person. How relatable are you? Okay, because we then find out later on how picky he is when it comes to partners. All right, and you know, being picky is not an issue when we understand you've got a preference. But when you're picky to a point where you pick apart every single thing of the person, then you become problematic. His level of perfectionism, okay, drives ugly in the other person. Because he wants to be so perfect and how he looks at a person needs to be so perfect, it actually drives people away from you. In this case, perfectionism is ugly. It's ugly. Let's listen to what he's saying.
He's very picky, and I think that's a reason why he's still single. He wants them to be this certain height.
I mean, when I meet a woman, I'm looking down at her hands, looking at her feet.
Now, there's a clear issue here, which is why is he so nitpicky? What is it that he has experienced in the past that makes him want to analyze, overanalyze, or critically think about every single detail of that individual person before he dates them? And I think that speaks more about him than him making a choice. I think that speaks more about how he sees himself rather than seeing the partner. How does he feel about himself? Now, I thought a little bit that he might have a little bit of OCD, but I think it speaks more about how he sees himself. I don't know what he's experienced in the past, but I would love to know a little bit more of his past as to what's contributed towards perfectionism, that you look at everybody with that particular spirit. It's interesting because at the end of the show, though, the flip that he does with the woman that he's with, he said he doesn't like voluptuous women. And then the woman that he gets at the end with Ashley is voluptuous, okay? And she's not relative, that she's pretty cool. She's a chill bee, you know what I'm saying? She had her own things to overcome. But the switch of how he became so confident with her, so comfortable with her, wanting her, the fact that obviously it just took conversation to get to that place. I was like, wait, so if that's all it took to get you to that place, are you really a perfectionist then? Or is that a defense mechanism? Is that a defense mechanism that you're really using to block yourself from actually feeling rejected? So is it really rejection that you're scared of, and perfectionism is the defense mechanism that you go for? You're not really that picky. Really. Stay hydrated, guys. Right? So, I mean, when he talks about his routine, he has to do a lot of things before he gets out the house. Listen to this.
Routine is a really big part of my life. The night before, I've laid out my clothes, I iron my clothes, I'll moisturize. I'm a full moisturizer. I don't moisturize the parts you can see. I moisturize everything.
He moisturizes everything. Reminds me of ankles. Yeah, so you know, it's really interesting because, like I said, when we're talking about obviously you know, Xavius as well. He talks about how, he has a huge routine beforehand. So he doesn't like coming out of routine. He's a control, in a sense, part of him is like a control freak of himself, right? Which makes me feel like, what part of his life did he not feel like he had control over? Right? I think that's a bigger issue to address. And what I loved about this particular show and this episode was that they really used some really practical techniques to get both candidates to see outside of themselves. They didn't just tell them this. They didn't just coach them this. They used practical examples to get them to see, hey, wake up. You need to see how you're looking at situations is maybe a little bit off. I love that, right? And we'll show that in a second or two. And so that routine that he has is one of control, but I wonder if it's one of fear as well of change. And later on, we see this when they go to actually have their date. When he's asked to change the environment to go and dance, there's a hesitation there. And I believe the hesitation is that the fear of change. And I think the fear of change, the fear of embarrassment. Because if I know exactly what I'm doing, I can't even be embarrassed. I know exactly where I'm going, what I'm going to do, what I'm going to say. There's no fear of rejection. I don't know. Something's really deep for me, really, in that situation, that he's got to a point where he's so intentful of being controlling and meticulous over his routines and stuff, right? Like when they show his bathroom is spot clean. Like you'll see it when Dr. Viviana comes in. Like the bathroom is as mad clean, cause like let me just get a little clip for you guys to kind of see. It's mad clean and white.
If there's a step missed here, or if I'm rushing, yeah, I'm probably not gonna have a good day.
I can see that.
I've just always been so meticulous about the way that I look. My cousin is.
Even Dr. Viviana's like, I can see that she's taken aback a little bit by, I guess, his his very meticulous routine and dedication to being in a certain routine. If he comes out of it, he feels lost. And so that's helped him stay on track. That's helped him stay regimented. That's helped him stay focused on what he's supposed to do and what he's supposed to achieve. That's what keeps him safe. And that's why I said change is destructive for him, because a sudden change means a change of routine, and I don't have time to adjust my routine to get in alignment with what I need to do, right? And I think that's very, very, very important. Very, very important. And so, yeah, that was quite interesting. They take him to the barber, and his hair look crisp. This is a practical example of what Dr. Cow was doing in this episode, and which I loved again, because it was practical. Right? Just watch the scene.
This is probably the hardest thing I've ever had to do in life. I'm trying to be better. Not knowing at any point what was going on was quite a bit for me.
So they practically took him to Pascal blindfolded him, drove him, took him to a barber's, and then he had to sit in a chair, and Pascal said, "You're gonna get a haircut like mine, right?" And he actually agreed to it at first, hesitantly. And then Pascal said, "No, don't worry, you get the hairstyle you want to get, right?" But it was a practical example of allowing himself to be led, allowing himself to feel like, yes, you may not have all the answers, but it's okay. And I actually kind of identify with him, because like sometimes I feel scared. Sometimes I feel scared when I don't know what I'm doing. I start feeling like I don't really want to do this because I don't know what I'm doing. My natural reaction sometimes is to go to kind of back away a little bit unless I have all the answers, right? But I don't have the answer. I never will have all the answers. Nobody does. But I want a level of preparation. And so I can identify with Xavius a lot in that regard as well. It's just that his one makes him freeze and makes him, when it comes to choosing, makes him very picky. Makes him very, very picky. Really, really interesting thing that happened. If you guys have watched it, let me go to here, because there were some interesting things. There were some interesting things that happened. He got taken to a spa, and the woman was massaging his head top and having really great conversations. Shout out to the girls. Well, her hair was looking beautiful. But what was really interesting was that they had a great conversation, and he was feeling her. He was like, "I'm kind of feeling her, like, I'm kind of liking her." Let's even watch it. Listen.
She made fun of my head, but she bounced back from it. We were able to tease each other about it and still keep the conversation lighthearted. She might have got a crush on me. I don't know.
Bert,
like Xavius has got a great personality, bro. Like he's actually can, when you hear him talk, you're thinking, so bro, why are you struggling with girl? You can talk, you look sharp, your breath smell good, your teeth in good shape, your face look good, your melanin on point, you know what I'm saying? Like what's the beef round here, cuz? What's the beef round here? You can even crack jokes, bro. You're relative, you're talking and bantering forth. You're not really that socially awkward. Bro, what's really going on? And I think that's a fear, you know. I think there's a fear of letting somebody in to get to know you on a deeper level. I think there's a fear of letting that person get vulnerable with you and exposing who you really are. I think there's a fear behind that, right? Listen to this. Obviously, this one Bird
Come
comes
on
out.
out.
No. Yo, it's mad. Obviously, he thought the girl was a piff thing, innit? When she came out, he was like, nah, this is not it. And also as well, he doesn't like voluptuous girls, right? He doesn't like voluptuous girls. It's that simple. Bird came out and he just couldn't keep a straight face. Like, he honestly, look at his face. He can't keep a straight face. She's pretty though. And she's actually a really pretty girl as well. But he doesn't like voluptuous women. And I think what was said by Dr. Viviana after this, I got what she meant, but I felt like, yo, like, does he have to change his preference? He doesn't like voluptuous women. I don't think that's a problem. There are enough of us guys who like voluptuous women, enough for them. Like, you know, skinny girls need love too. You know, feel me? Let's listen to this.
Anything you noticed?
About Bird?
Yeah.
He can't say she's beautiful. Look, he can't say it. Look.
The conversation was really good. The conversation was really good.
Do you notice anything about Bird? He said, yeah, the conversation was really, really good. After 10 seconds, bro, you couldn't say she was beautiful, couldn't say she was pretty, because he doesn't find her attractive. It's that simple. He doesn't find her attractive. And that's okay. There's no beef behind that. I don't think anyone should be pressured into anything about that. Do you know what I'm saying? But it was just really interesting because for him, even how he got on with the Ashley in the end date, the focus for him was the conversation. The focus for him was the talk. The focus for him was somebody having a conversation with him and talking and getting to know him. That's what he focused on in terms of attraction. So in that particular case, then the looks don't matter as much. What's important to him is somebody who gets him, who understands him, who feels him. But in order to get to that stage, he has to allow that person to get past the look stage, if that's what he truly wants. Right? I think we all want a level of attraction. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm not here to beef it and to tell no lies. You feel me? I like a girl with a back. You understand? I like the bunda. You understand? I like the bunda, baby. I like the bunda, baby, baby. But I wouldn't turn a girl away just because she don't have a bunda. That doesn't make no sense. You feel me? Because I like beyond just the bunda. I want the mind. I want the thoughts. I want the kindness, the gracias. You know what I'm saying? The love. You know what I'm saying? That's what I need. You feel me? So the bunda's not essential. You know what I'm saying? It's what I like, though. You understand? That's all. Let's play a little bit more of the clip and then we'll end the video here.
So Bird is not who I expected her to be. She's definitely curvier than what I imagined, but our conversation definitely, you know, made up for everything.
So it's interesting because obviously men don't oftentimes, choose women based upon their personality, except, like I said, when you're in scenarios where you are spending so much time with that person, but eventually you become physically attracted to them, right? But most cases, men are visual on the get-go. Unless we're at work, school, we're in some kind of environment where we spend a considerable amount of time with you, and then we consider you to be something different, right? But on the get-go, the first initial thought is men don't think to themselves, rah, let me choose a girl I'm not attracted to. No. No matter how good she is, right? On the first get-go. So listen to this with Dr. Viviana and him.
She's a curvy, beautiful woman.
She is beautiful, yes.
And is she someone you would have spoken to or approached in the past?
Probably not.
Isn't that a shame?
No, it's not a shame, okay? Because we don't choose people like this. If you don't find a preference, like, if you don't find her attractive, you're not approaching. Like, it's that simple. Man, them don't do them things. Right? Now, obviously, he's undateable, so maybe he needs to go out and do that. But I'm just saying, like, man, them don't do them things. And you know, man, them don't often do them things. It's not often you hear a man saying, I went after a girl I didn't find attractive. You know what I'm saying? You don't ever really hear that from men. It's a rarity. So why are we trying to change that? You know what I'm saying? Like, we are wired differently. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so we don't need to change necessarily his that kind of process. What we do need to do is obviously make sure we're highlighting why is it you're so nitpicky? Because if it's not like he's not getting girl. Is that he nitpicks and breaks each individual woman down, and so they don't stay with him. He's not got an issue keeping yet. It's not an issue getting them. He's got an issue keeping them. You know what I'm saying? Because he's nitpicking them. I think we need to address that part of him, and get that part sorted before, thinking about obviously changing preferences out here.
Yeah.
But just to even speak to someone and to find out that you have connections and values, you gotta be able to step towards people that maybe don't catch your eye to begin with.
Nah. I'm not doing that. The rest of my peers ain't doing that. Okay, Mandem ain't doing that. Sorry, Dr. Viviana. Think like a man, not a woman, my friend. We ain't approaching girls like that. And girls aren't even approaching men like that. Okay, girls aren't approaching men. The reason why girls approach men like that is because they've been brokenhearted and now they realize they have to choose better. Let me tell you something. If women weren't getting their hearts broken in the first place, they'd be choosing on looks as well. But they realize, looks does not equal a good partner. Right? And I'm not saying that every girl wants to go for the most buffest guy. There are different types of looks that women are going for. But I'm saying that if there wasn't for the fact that a lot of men are trash bags towards a lot of these women, they've experienced trash bags men. A lot of us men who are not the standard of looks wouldn't even get a look in. Obviously, I'm not talking about myself because I'm a fine boy chocolate, baby. You understand? I'm not talking about me. I'm a fine boy chocolate. You understand? But a lot of guys wouldn't even get a look in, because these girls will be choosing guys who are really good looking. But the fact is, because they learn from experience and learn from other girls seeing them being heartbroken by these type of men, they choose differently. You know what I'm saying? I think it would be far more women choosing based off looks than it would be off personality. But anyway, that's my rendition of Xavius as well. Hope you guys like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification of the uploads. We appreciate you. Stay locked and stay loaded, and we'll see you soon. All right? Yeah. Listen. Grab your hoodie, Stay hydrated, Stay hydrated, Stay hydrated because the streets are hot.